Good morning, church.
Good morning.
I'll be doing a reading entitled, It's Not Over Yet. So just bear with me. So early Sunday morning, everything looked finished. Jesus had been crucified, buried, sealed behind a stone. To the world, it looked final. To the disciples, it looked like defeat. And if we're being honest, we've all had moments like that. Moments where something in your life felt buried, a plan that didn't work, something you believed in fell apart, and you told yourself quietly, yeah, this might be over. But Easter today reminds us, just because it looks finished doesn't mean God is finished.
Amen.
In Luke 24, they go to the tomb expecting death. Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not there, he is risen. Some of us are still looking for life and death situation, still stuck on what didn't work, still replaying old losses, and God is saying, I've already moved. Why are you still standing there? Let me make this real for a second. There was a time where someone had everything lined up in their head. They had a plan, they had expectations, they were sure this is how it's supposed to go. But then everything flipped. Things didn't work out, people switched up, doors closed that they thought would open, and for a minute they felt stuck. Not physically stuck, but mentally. You know that feeling, where you're moving, but you're really looking to move forward. Where you're showing up every day, but inside you're questioning everything. Maybe I missed my chance. Maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe it's over. But what they didn't realize was God wasn't ending their story. He was redirecting it.
Amen.
What felt like a loss was actually protection. What felt like a delay was actually preparation. What felt like the end was really a setup for something better.
Amen.
That's why in John 20, it hits different. Mary is crying outside the tomb, and Jesus is already alive. She just doesn't recognize it yet. And that's where some of us are. God is already moving, already shifting things, already opening new doors. But because it doesn't look like how we expected, we think nothing is happening. Then in Romans 8 and 11 says, the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. So this just isn't about what Jesus did, it's about what God can do in your life. Which means your situation isn't final, your setback isn't permanent, your lowest moment isn't your last moment. Because you're carrying resurrection power.
Amen.
So, when life says it's over, you say God's not done. When things don't go how you plan, you say God's still working. When you don't see a way forward, you remind yourself, if God can raise Jesus, he can handle this. So, don't let a Friday moment convince you it is finished. Because Sunday, today, proves something. God proves something. God can step into any dead situation and bring it back to life. The stone was rolled away, not just so Jesus could get out, but so you could see what God starts, he finishes. And no matter what it looks like right now, your story is not over. Remember, it is not over. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
Amen.